for Nakia. So we can go ahead and get started on our final session. And if you guys have questions that you feel like maybe didn't get answered, maybe we can leave a little extra time at the end if Nakia is cool with that to go over some of those. And Nakia is available to, do some one-on-one stuff. And if you're interested, reach out to me or I can connect you with Nakia and she can share with you. I know a few people were saying, well, maybe I could spend a little bit of extra time and money just getting myself set up. And if I had some one-on-one time with someone like Nakia, I could do that a little bit faster and better. So I asked Nakia if that would be an option. And she said it could be, depending upon what people need. So if I can make that introduction to you guys, please let me know and I will do that because we do really appreciate you coming in and doing this for us, Nakia, and continuing to be able to potentially help. So.
Yeah, well, I want to say thank you and always thinking of others because even to bring that to my attention, say, hey, we did these group sessions, but maybe some people couldn't keep up and maybe even you could just do it for them.
Yeah, I was like, could somebody do, because it's me and then I need somebody to do it for me because that's just my reality.
Yeah, so I mean, thanks for thinking of them and thanks for thinking of me because that helps me stay on top of my game as well. It helps me come up with something new. So thank you for that. I did some research and surely it's doable. So thank you for that idea. I'm excited. I'm reignited with my fire for kvCORE by doing these 5 weeks. You guys, I am coming in hot with kvCORE. Like every time we start these sessions, Cari, I just want to show my dashboard because it's almost unbelievable to me as well. Just to see how much interaction with clients, leads.
Is that
I'm lead
99 emails?
Oh, well, that's because it's connected to my regular Gmail.
Oh, yeah.
So
I was like, whoa, you are coming in hot.
No, this is, I'm going to see if the screen will pop up real fast, but it's actually my Gmail. So 1 week we did sync our Gmail to our kvCORE. So this is everything that's in my Gmail. So that's why it says 99. We pass those emails and don't open those emails, those junk ones. So that's there. However, there's enough notifications over here in kvCORE as well. So, I mean, I'm doing really good. This dashboard here, I'm going to cut my camera off because it just moves slow with my camera on. Let me see if I can get my thing to move there. Okay, there we go. So this client is hot. She's got to move by July, and I am out looking at properties for her because she's moving from out of town, but she's looking at properties and I'm keeping track of this. So this is a property we looked at before, but the floor plan is too small for her, but she's still looking at it up to 7 hours ago. So that's leading me to know that, hey, I got to call her and have a conversation with her, or I need to send her something else that she can look at because she's stuck is basically what this means here. But I'm keeping tabs on this. I'm also I had these people set up on campaigns. This client here or this contact here responded to an email. So, I'm having the communications with them, but I am literally, I'm getting new leads in here. I got a lead for those that attended our session about Craigslist. I got a Craigslist lead in also. So we did our text to our smart number on Craigslist. And that has worked. And I'm actively working with a $3,000 rental here in Charlotte that we all know can flip into something else. Or if it's a $3,000 rental right now, hey, we do this rental if I have time. And then maybe next year I'm going to do the buy side, So I am loving my kvCORE for all things that we have learned over these past, or that we basically started doing over these past few weeks, Cari. So I'm again grateful for you even bringing me on to do this. And today I kind of wanted to, we downloaded the app, but I kind of wanted to go into the app. If you guys don't mind, let's go into the app, and I want to show you everything that the app does. We're going to just do a quick overview. I'm going to share my screen. So I got to get rid of all of these screens because it's going to be a screen share from my cell phone. Let me first put my cell phone on private so it does not answer texts and calls and all that good stuff. It looks like it is. All right, then I'm going to do a mirror. You guys tell me in just one moment if you see my cell phone screen there. Let me know, and then I'm going to find my kvCORE app. There we go. Can you guys see kvCORE on the screen? Hopefully, maybe.
No.
No? Okay, hold on. Oh, you know why? Because I got to hit share screen. That might help us out. Let me hit share screen first and then share that screen. Okay, I'm going to share my desktop,
There we
which
go.
I got to
Okay,
get rid
yep.
of them,
So
else it'll look
yep.
really weird. Okay, so now we are going to hit mirror. And my client is answering a message from kvCORE. This is real time kvCORE today, you guys.
Nice.
Let me, yeah, behavior alert right there a few seconds ago. See that first notification?
Yep.
I told you guys she's a hot client. She's gonna buy before this month is out.
Yep.
All right. So when you first open your kvCORE app, this is the screen you see. You see your inbox, okay? You're going to see the behaviors. You're going to see messages. If you have some new leads come in, you'll see new leads, new message. This is the one from basically from Craigslist. You guys remember we did like some Craigslist listings. Well, I think after I hung up from you guys, I went and did some rentals because I was like, maybe I can get some rental leads that'll turn into buyers. And I set up a call capture, a text capture, RK rental, and when people text RK rental to my smart number, they get a listing for a rental that's here in Charlotte. So kvCORE did its work. You guys see they asked for it at 3:45. kvCORE sent it at 3:46. And then right at 3:49, I was 3 minutes following up. Okay. And then I also put them on a campaign, or they're automatically in a campaign. Because if you notice anything, she got the listing. I sent a text message, no response. But a day later, kvCORE sent a text message. That's a text message. And look, she responded. So she didn't respond to my live message, but she responded to an automated message, okay? So I got into a conversation with her, asked her for an email address, asked her for some more criteria, and there we ended. I sent her some listings, and she hasn't called me back yet, but maybe she will, maybe she won't. But here's the deal. kvCORE will keep talking to her for me, even while I'm not talking to her. So I'm appreciative of kvCORE and all of its nice little features. So let's look at our big feature, kvCORE on the go, our app. This is the menu for the app. So if you take a look, we can do some marketing autopilot stuff. We can do some lead stuff. We can review our settings, fix our settings. We can also have easy access to the open house app, or we could just move over to the website. Okay, everybody should have this screen, have this menu there. The very first thing that we can choose to fix or do or change, edit on the app is birthdays, anniversaries, or we could schedule a mass email to go out to a email list or to a hashtag, okay? So we can schedule an email right from the app. Birthdays, if you didn't already have birthdays set up as we did in some weeks before, here again, you can either make edits or set it up. You can also edit the actual email or text message or choose a different message if you didn't like the one we have set up already. Same for anniversaries. The anniversaries feature is that kvCORE emails the happy home anniversary email to your close clients on their anniversary every year. So this one is also, you're able to set it up, change it, turn it on, or turn it off. So I like that we have that option there. Lead engine. Here's our squeeze pages and that call capture that I was talking about earlier. We can create some more text to number feature codes. here. And Cari, last week we did a CMA in kvCORE. So guess what? You can do a CMA from the app
Wow.
also, which is exciting. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
really excited about the CMA feature. So you can actually do a CMA from our app as well. And here, if you forgot what your smart number is, or if you wanted to check to see if you had a code set up, or if you wanted to change a code or change what a code does, you can also make those changes here. So you can do it on the go. You don't necessarily have to be at your computer to work in the custom text codes or the call capture. If you just need to grab your smart number, here it is right there under lead engine also. Settings. I suggest that everybody turn on each one of these: a push notification, a text notification, and allow chats. Okay. This is if someone presses that chat button on your website, if you're going to allow for them to chat with you. And if you can chat through your cell phone and the lead or the contact in kvCORE. Okay, that is essentially that menu that have, when we press that hamburger button over there. Let's look at the bottom ones. Again, we open up basically in our inbox. You can see notifications. You can see what your inbox looks like and the activities of your contacts there. You see, I got a new lead over there. You see what everybody's doing. Or if you need to find a contact fast, if you've been communicating with someone, here is where you can just go and see really quickly. You can also see what listings that the contacts are looking at also here. So Constance was hot and heavy in there 3 days ago, and she looked at all of these listings. If I click it, I go right into her contact, but I also have access to the actual email that was sent, if an email was sent, our text conversation, if the text conversation was sent, or homes that she was looking at. If I take a look at it, I should be able to click the link there, but I also see the email.
So up there,
and
it
right here,
said future touch points. That's interesting, Nakia, because some people will say to me, I want to know what's going to be sent out because they're nervous about certain leads being in there, but does it show you what's coming up?
yeah, let me click it. Let me see if it
Interesting.
will click there.
I don't know if it does it. Oh,
Oh yeah, there it is. Triggered lead viewed property 3 times.
future touch points.
Today,
Oh, so in
Constance.
other words,
So yeah,
things
so
that,
it's telling me what's the next
yep,
message.
or the
Yep,
most
that's
recent.
gonna go out. Let me just click it one more time. That's my notes about her. So hold on, let me just see.
Custom note
Custom note
today,
triggered
triggered lead.
lead view the property 3 times. So remember when I opened this up, she looked at a property
Yep.
3 times. So this is the next thing to come out. I see one, Cari. I don't see
Yeah, that's good. Maybe it just shows you the
and
next one. And
yeah,
great to see you're using the site. Did you have any questions? Yeah, good.
yeah.
Good to know what's being sent.
Yeah, and look at this. This week she's looked at 23 houses, but in total 77. So you kind of get to know how serious these people are as well.
Mhm.
And when the last time she was active. So she was active today.
Yep.
This is really, really good. And here you can do anyone like this. So I'm gonna just click contact. I'm gonna go to somebody I know is just breezing through and see what she looks like. Let's look
So
at
where are most of
Tracy.
your leads coming from? Because you have a lot of new leads, Nakia, and I might be late to the party because I wasn't here the last 2, but tell me just in a nutshell again, there's a few new people as well.
Oh, so what I'm doing, Cari, is I'm moving people from my other database into
Yep.
kvCORE. And
Yep.
instead of me doing a bulk upload, I'm just getting the ones that I want to talk to or that I want to practice on right now. So
Gotcha.
these are quiet, these are stale leads, but I
Yep.
like, hey, I'm putting them in kvCORE, see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. To help them start being able to search and look. And then you are generating some leads, it looks like, from Craigslist. And then
Yes.
you also do boosting of some listings and open houses and whatnot.
Yeah, and this one, no, I don't boost anything. Let me say that out loud. I don't pay for anything. I'm not boosting anything. I am going to use my $85 a month's worth of kvCORE and see if it works out for me.
Yeah.
Because Carrie, I guess you kind of know my schedule. I'm more
Yep.
agent attraction than sales.
Yep.
So for me, I'm going to try to use these features here, not only because I want to sell here and there quarterly at least, but I want to know how these features work. So when agents ask me questions, I kind of know what's working if
Yeah.
they're on a budget.
Yep.
Okay. So I do all of the free things. And everything that you see come in here, even we can look at this one. This one was from I think a landing page. They checked to see how much their house was worth. And I believe actually, because I looked the property up, this is actually the tenant looking this up because this is an investment property.
Interesting.
I was able to tell that from the tax records.
Mhm.
But I think that the tenant was actually looking to see how much her house was worth. Not sure if maybe she's thinking about buying it or she was going to approach the landlord about buying it or what. But in this case, when someone is clicking, I get this question a lot. If someone's clicking like, what's my home value? And all we get is an email address. We don't get a lot from here. Like they may or may not give their phone number. Let me see if they gave their phone number. No, on this one, all we have is the address, and we should have an email address. No, do we? Oh no, on this one, no, on this one, all we get is an address, not
Yep.
even an email address or a phone
Gotta
number,
mail
right?
something.
So
Mhm.
here's where I suggest agents do like a quick mini report, maybe from RPR
Mhm.
and mail this to the home with a cover letter,
Mhm.
perhaps. I mean, that's my type of lead generating when I get this, like, because I want to follow up with this person. I want to know why you're checking the value,
Yep.
why you're getting the value of your home. Like, I
Yeah,
want to
and we've
be in
had some
front. I
people,
want to
similarly, Nakia, we've had people get these and they just go knock on the door and leave something
oh,
behind
yeah.
and put a handwritten note in there if they do leave something behind, if they're not able to actually talk to anybody. And we've had people have some pretty good success. So if you're not having a bazillion of these and you're out and about showing houses and doing things anyways, pretty easy to go knock on a door, say, hey, I didn't have any other information, wanted you to have this. It's free information. If it can help you, let me know. And usually you can start a conversation or you just leave it behind. And so
Yeah.
handwritten notes tend to get people to reply really fast, we found. And so the other thing I was going to mention is if somebody is on a small budget, we have had a lot of success around the country with people boosting other EXP listings for $60,
Mhm.
depending upon the listing. If you can be very strategic in the right price point that you can see as the busiest price point in your area, or if there's a really hot neighborhood that people like, or if it happens to be on a lake or something where it's going to probably attract more leads and you use that $60 boost. We've had anywhere from 10 to 30 leads come through on that for $60, which is really, really affordable. And the
Yeah.
nice thing is you can control your budget. You could do one boost a month. You could do one a week, depending upon however much money, but you're not locked into some like monthly type, long-term lead flow, which has been really good. So that's just a side
I
note for
like
people,
that.
who might want to do
I
that.
like that. And Carrie, and the reason on 4112 Spider Lily Way,
Yeah.
that one is actually away from me. So I'm not close to
Yes.
that one. That one's actually in Maryland and I'm in North Carolina now. So I
Yeah.
had to mail that one. But even another tip that we got from our local broker
Yeah.
here is that he said to go to like UPS or FedEx and
Yeah.
grab those free envelopes
Yep.
and put your quick property report, your handwritten note, put it in there and leave it on the porch or leave it on the steps because people tend to open up
That's great.
UPS overnight and FedEx envelopes faster than they'll open up a regular envelope. So that was one tip he
Oh,
shared and we found that really interesting.
that's good.
He's like, it's free and you deliver it yourself. So yes, when the home is close to you, then I'm sharing that tip to just slide it in a UPS or a FedEx envelope and drop it off. But that handwritten note is especially important
That's great.
because people like handwritten notes and they feel special and they feel like you are going to go above and beyond. So you're more likely to be chosen. Oops, as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah,
Absolutely.
so if it's far away, mail, but if it's close by, drop off. I love that. And that is a great tip. And boosting, yes. If I was full-time, Carrie, I would be in kvCORE for about 3 hours a day. And I would definitely have a budget for my kvCORE because these tools, these free tools that I'm using are amazing.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I
the
would
free tools, if
love.
you do them consistently. There's one other free tool I wanted to mention, Nakia, and I know I don't think that you've done this yet because it's some people are doing it and some aren't, but I wanted to mention this. You guys are all getting a newsletter from me, the monthly newsletter that you get the first of every month. Check your spam if you don't get it from me because it comes from my CRM, but everybody on this call that's in my revenue share group should be getting a monthly email newsletter from me. And that newsletter has a link to a 5-minute video of how you can go and take an EXP listing from your MLS and you can post it in Facebook Marketplace for free. I have a girl down in Arizona that showed me on video for 5 minutes how to do it. It's that simple. It's free. And she's been getting she's doing one a day because it's free. If you have access to enough listings, you can do one a day. If you don't, then maybe it's one a week or twice a week. She's gotten multiple leads, one of which is in the process of converting already, and it was free. But I think it's the
Wow.
consistency of that that's really critical. And you have to have access to enough listings to do it a lot, right? So your local market's going to be a little bit different because it has to be an EXP listing, but just watch that 5-minute video if you want. And I'm including all of Nakia's video links in that newsletter as well. And some other things that you're going to want to see. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. There's another way that you could potentially use kvCORE for free that could help you get more leads.
Yes, and Carrie, guess what? I'm on your email list, so I received that email and I took note already of that.
Awesome. Woohoo.
So I'm excited to try that feature next. I did get your email. Let me see if I might can override this screen and put it on there. So oh no, it's not gonna let me do it because I'm already sharing from this one. But I did get that email and everybody should definitely look at that email because Carrie, I was happy when I got your email.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you. Thank you for sharing and thank you for adding me to your list as well. We all can definitely use help
Help
from
each
each other.
other. Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you. So next, our next tab is our listings tab. There's things you can do. You can see all of the listings that are in your MLS here. They kind of go by day. I'm sure I have some type of filter on that is only showing the last like 18 days, or I have it reversed maybe. But I want to pick one and show you what you can do. I can take this one listing and I can do all of the things listed here with this listing right from my cell phone. So there's that boost this property carry.
Mhm.
Um, I like send directions via text message. Oh my goodness, how many times have you been
Yeah.
meeting someone at a property and they're like, how do I get there? I'm like, don't you have a GPS? But guess what? I don't have to say, don't you have a GPS anymore? I can just send them directions with this cute little button right there. I can send this listing via text message or email. I can add it to my favorites. Now, I want to show you guys add to favorites because add to favorites puts it in a lead. I'm going to put it in Nakia. But it also gives you an option. So it'll also give you an option to email this to the client as well. So what happens is if I think a client might want to see it, not only am I saving it I'm saving the property and I'm saving it in the client's kvCORE contact, but I'm also able to send it to the client also by just toggling this on or off. So if I just wanted to save it and maybe take a look at it later, then I'll just put it in this lead, but I'll say, no, don't send this. But if I do want Nakia to see this, I'm going to hit email and I'm just going to hit add and it'll send this listing right on over to Nakia for me, but it'll also save it in her contact so that I can look at it later or that I know that I sent this property to her later as well. I thought that was the cutest little feature.
That's cool.
You like that one, Carrie? Add to
Yes.
favorite? Yeah, I
And so
like
you
that
can
one.
create a squeeze page right from your app.
Yes, yep.
Wow.
Create a squeeze page right from the app. That is new. Okay.
Wow.
That is not new to kvCORE, but new to me because I've never done that. But I saw that as I was, reviewing all of these features, preparing for these classes. You can create single property squeeze pages right from the app. Like literally, we don't have to be sitting in the office to do our prospecting and our lead generating. We could be, in the car 15 or 20 minutes early to a showing and still be in lead generation mode,
Yeah.
right? Because we have all of these tools at our fingertips. I actually want to say, Cari, I actually like creating a squeeze page from the app better than the computer.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit faster to
Yeah.
me. Just doing it right from the app, right? And then it's going to give us these leads. Once we fill in the information, like, let me try. I'm going to do one just so you can see. I'm going to do a quick hashtag. Let's do Facebook. Do I got that one there? I'm just say that one. Just so I could have something. I'm gonna hit save. And then I'm gonna, this allows you to say how many times they can look at the property before they have to register.
Huh.
So you could do immediate, or you can do 2 as the default, or you can say 3. And then they should give me a link if I set this up correct, but, oh, get link, there we go, get link. And then I could just hit copy, and then I can take this over to Facebook, Instagram, Craigslist, anywhere I want to go, to my neighborhood Facebook group, or anywhere, or any other Facebook groups, or Twitter, anywhere that I want to go with this link, or I can put it in my newsletter. If I have a newsletter, these links are great for newsletters as well. So see how fast that was? Amazing, right? I can't believe we have all these things at our fingertips, right? We got post to Facebook, post to Twitter, email to a tag, or text to a tag.
And then you
Now,
can even boost your
someone may have
property
the
right through
question.
that. Wow.
Yes.
When we were talking
Now,
about
there's
boosting,
another
I mean, how
question.
easy, you don't even, I just like it, to your point, Nakia, I think a lot of people think apps are easier because that's what we're used to nowadays. So like if you were just in here, grab one of these listings and just, that looks like a great hot new listing, and just boost it if you wanted to do that. And you wouldn't even have to get into your computer. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. And look, what about if there's more than one? Oops, I went too fast. Hold on. Let me hit cancel so you guys can see what I did. I just hit this little plus button at the bottom, and I can send both of these listings. So
Oh,
if I
yep.
have 3 that I want to do, then I could either email. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't want to touch it, but I touched it by mistake. Let me do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3. I could email, I could text, or I can email to a tag, or text to a tag,
Wow.
right? And if we have like a group, so say I had an open house
Mhm.
in this area of this property here, and maybe now I have all of the people that attended that open house, and
Yep.
that's hashtag, now I could just email all of them. It's like, look at this property that was just listed today.
Wow.
Do you need help seeing this, or do you want to take a tour of this property, or does this property interest you, or would you like more information about this property? But literally, we have a lot at our fingertips there under that listings bar. Now, I know I've said this week after week, but another great feature: dialers. How many people need a dialer, or thought they didn't have a dialer, or like to use a dialer and didn't know that we have a dialer system in kvCORE?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
we do. And not only do we have it, Cari, and we could do it manually, but kvCORE is giving us a list,
Wow.
a suggested list of people we should be calling, or we can dial by hashtag as well. And it gives us a summary. So we have an accountability partner, or a team leader like Cari, and Cari's like, have you been lead generating? Have you been prospecting? You'd be like, Cari, I dialed 100 dials this week. And then you can show her your dialing summary as well. Even has overdue. Okay, so if you're like me and you're not making notes in here, it is telling me that I am overdue. Now, this works really fast. So you got to be ready. Once you start pressing buttons in here, you got to be ready. Now, settings is what you want to take a look at. Oops, not under overdue. I'm going to go back to the main page here, my dialer. I have mine set up on a countdown. So basically what this dialer is going to do, let me back up for 1 second. What this dialer is going to do, it's going to let me dial a lead right here from the app. It's going to connect this person on my cell phone to me, that I'm going to make this phone call right now. And it's going to be noted in kvCORE that I've reached out to this contact. Okay. Now for me, who accidentally touches these buttons all the time, you've seen it once or twice already, I have a 10-second countdown on it in case I change my mind. But you can either manual dial, an immediate dial, or have up to 10 seconds once you press on the lead. The reason I have a little delay, and I'm going to do one, I'm going to do Nakia because Nakia is she's one of my mentees.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what happens is when you click this, it opens up her contact. So I can see the last notes, what's been going on here. But if you see that countdown right there,
Wow.
it's allowing me, let me pause for a second before we call her. It is allowing me some time to review the notes and make sure that I do want to call her right now. Because if I open this and it says, do not call this lead anymore, Nakia, then I want to click off of that. But I
Yeah.
want an opportunity to stay in the dialer and look at the notes. Okay, so that's why I have mine set up to 10 seconds. Now, if in the 10 seconds that you see, okay, yeah, I do want to call Nakia, just right down the bottom, it says dial now. Or if I just decide I'm just not going to call Nakia, I'm just going to hit skip, but it's going to go to my next person. So again, be ready. And that's if I'm in this list. So I was in my overdue calls list. But remember, I also get a list of eight, it should be 8 people, 2, 4, 6. I don't know why it's 7 today, but every day, remember we set up to have kvCORE give us a list of people to reach out to. So I get a list every day, and here's my list for today. And again, I can start dialing if I wanted to, but again, it gives me 10 seconds to see what she's been doing, when the last time we talked, and all of that good stuff. I could pause it or say, nope, I'm not ready to talk to her because she's going to talk for half an hour and I want to get through these leads before I talk to her. So let me go back to my main list and see if there's somebody else I want to call. Okay. And just if you see the summary right there too, this is the behavioral this is the behavioral analysis. So they see what Brandy's doing, they see what Constance is doing, they see what Miss Dag Marie is doing as well. So you can see from your list who this person is. Like we have clients, we have prospects, we have active leads. But we could also see if they're active, we'll see what they're looking for as well. And it's prompting me to call because these ladies have been online looking at houses. Who's not excited about this one?
I love this. I mean, it can't get much easier than that if you just go into it every day and do what it tells you to do.
You get it, Cari. Yes, like I no longer have to think about prospecting. I just wake up and I pull my phone out like I do every day, but instead of going to Facebook, now I'm spending time in kvCORE. This is so exciting to me. Like literally, it's making my job easier as well. When I am talking to agents and agents with coaching, we're in our coaching session, and I'm like, what have you done today? And I'm like, well, let me give you this special little tool that's going to help you not even have to think about it. It's like, I told you guys in the beginning that we had artificial intelligence before we knew we had artificial intelligence. Literally, I think this is next level when it comes to our day-to-day. Like, I don't know how we ever got by without kvCORE. I'm just like, I don't know. Like my coaching client earlier today, Cari told me that everybody has negative feedback about kvCORE. So you know what I told her? I said, the next person that gives you negative feedback about kvCORE, ask them when is the last time they sent a CMA through kvCORE. When
Yeah.
is the last time they used that text to call capture feature? When is the last time they woke up and kvCORE gave them their prospecting list?
Yeah.
Never, because they're not using it.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are complaining.
So the issue, it is so hard. CRMs is the biggest challenge I find over the
Mhm.
years that agents have a problem with. And it's not, it could be almost any CRM that we're talking about today. It's like, it's only going to be good if you figure out how to use it. And I think there's a fine balance, Nakia, and you've done a good balance of this, of just spending some time every day and just failing forward, trying it, working through it, and learning as you go. Because if you try to understand everything before you use it, you'll never get using it, and then it's frustrating. If you don't spend enough time, you end up not using it enough to where it matters, and it just seems like a waste of time. So it's like this
Yeah.
balance of dedicating daily, but not too much to get overwhelmed, enough to use it because you'll learn it as you go. And if you get a few deals from it, I mean,
Yeah.
it pays for itself with one half of a transaction, with one referral, because it's so
Yeah.
inexpensive to us. But I think it's just how we use it. So what I would like to encourage people is just to start with one thing. Of
Mhm.
all of these 5 sessions, what's one thing you could commit to? Maybe it's just perusing and using your app. If the app is easier for you, just try some things in the app and see what happens. If you need somebody to help you, just upload your list, tag them appropriately. And then if you're worried about certain automations with your list, I mean, like Nakia could help you with that. It would be a great investment of your money because your time's money. Either you're going to figure this out for weeks and lose a lot of money because you're not out selling real estate, or you could pay somebody if it's just something that's hard for you to do. I've learned my dollar per hour rate. So I pay people to help me get things set up. Once they're set up, I can go use it. It's usually that I get stuck in the setup. I just know my personality. And I think a lot of realtors are like me.
Yeah, they are. They are. We are, Cari.
We
Yes,
are,
we
yes.
are.
I mean, you're a little bit more patient and analytical and CRM driven, Nakia, than a lot, but we appreciate you. So let's open it up with any last questions because we've got some time. Is anybody working in something that gave them a glitch? Was there something we didn't cover in the 5 sessions that you'd like Nakia to try to answer or point us in the right direction?
Excuse me, regarding that dialer where it says start dialing now, is that coming like if I were to call you through that dialer, is it going to show that smart number in kvCORE? Is it going to show our actual cell number?
It's going to show your actual cell number. However, if you buy your own personal smart number, it will use your own personal smart number, but not the office smart number.
Okay. Can you, well, I guess I'll play around with it because I did buy my own smart
Okay.
number just to,
Do you want to try calling me? Oh, well, I got to be a contact in your kvCORE.
and I'll play with it. I was,
Okay.
Yeah, you could add
yeah.
me as a contact if you want to
Mhm.
even try me out as a test pilot.
Yeah, and if you add any other agent at EXP, you just can't add them with their EXP email. You have to add them with like a Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, or whatever else people are using. It does not allow us to add other EXP agents with an EXP email.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was a great question. Thank you.
Drew, have you guys been using kvCORE? Any questions, or Sam or Jen? You guys have anything?
Maybe one burning question or one thing.
No, I love like what you just showed about making the squeeze pages on the kvCORE app. I'm trying to make a squeeze page right now and link it to our social media page.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is great.
I'm excited about all of these tools. You guys are going to see me and you're going to think I'm the #1 agent in the Charlotte market when you see me online. You're like, she's got a new listing every day. And listen, I don't have any listings, but I went through last week and I called up some agents that I saw had listings in my office and I asked them if I could market their listings. And they were like, heck yeah.
Yes,
Now I
please.
called 6 and only 2 responded, Cari. I'm a little disappointed in that. I mean, I didn't call them, I sent them a workplace chat. So
Oh,
they're
yeah,
gonna
you gotta
be
call.
your workplace.
That's the challenge right there.
Right, yeah. But I did get and the one that answered me, I got the lead from her listing. Isn't that crazy?
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So and that's a
Yeah, and that is the
$3,000
courtesy.
rental.
Yeah, that is the courtesy that you call and say, hey, do you mind if I would text them. Agents like text
Mhm.
messages, it seems, and they usually respond quickly. I find when people text and ask, most agents will say, yeah, sounds great, because they want their
Yeah.
listing marketed. I mean, this is going to help
Yeah.
them if their client sees it all over the place. So 99.9% of the time, that won't be an issue. Every occasional situation, if it's like a weird listing where they didn't want a lot of marketing or there's some personal things going on, they might say, they don't want me to market it much, don't market it. But I think for the most part, you're going to hear yeses. And you can boost posts, you can go put them in marketplace, you can do the squeeze page, you can, do all of that. And why wouldn't we be, doing at least a 1 or 2 a week?
Yeah.
I think it's great because it's an easy content on your social and it's a possibility to get leads.
Yeah, a property of the week is what I have in my
Yeah.
plan, in my social media content plan, is a property a week. And that's what I'm going to introduce
Nice.
to my group today, this evening, when we have our team huddle, is that everybody should be just in kvCORE and creating a property of the week. At least if you don't have anything else, and even the person I was speaking to earlier, she said, I'm scared of social media. Well, property of the week has nothing to do with you almost,
That's right.
except that you're going to get some leads. And what you said earlier too, Cari, with this person who was getting the negative feedback about kvCORE, she bought leads, but she never learned how to use kvCORE. So she signed up for 3-month leads from kvCORE, but she doesn't know how to use kvCORE. So she skipped the first steps. I had to tell her, well, what you got to do is go back and learn kvCORE,
Yeah.
during this 3 months, and she's using 2 CRMs. I'm like,
Yes. One is enough.
yes. I'm like, pick one. Like, why would you buy leads over here and then use this one? Take everything from this one, put in this one, learn this one, and work your people and the leads together in one. So I hope I got her straight.
Yes. Well, I mean, and that's not uncommon. It just gets like, we get used to what we get used to. We don't want to try a new one. I get that. So one thing that I like that you did that I want to share for ideas for people also, besides some of these things we were talking about, is if you have leads somewhere else, which a lot of us do, it could be in our phone that we got leads from different things. It could be sitting in our Facebook Messenger, and from the past, it could be a different CRM. It could be in your email that you just have random leads that you've kind of saved. Go and put them one by one into your kvCORE and use it as your lead generation activity. People are like, oh my gosh, it's so cumbersome to set this up. Not if you're lead generating at the same time, it's not, because you have to lead generate anyway. So why don't you go put your lead in, call them, text them, get them in, tag them correctly, put a follow-up so you can start kvCORE telling you what to do. And then now you're actually reaching out, and as you're setting up your CRM, you're lead generating and you're getting business too. I actually have a client of mine who moved over that's doing that, and she's had tremendous success. She also got a list of her past transactions from her title person, and she was able to go in there and put addresses. She started mailing handwritten notes. Hey, it's been a while. Just wanted to touch base with you. Also wanted to let you know I'm still here. I'm selling real estate as strong as ever. I recently made a move over to EXP. Here's my new card. Gosh, we have so many things that we're able to do now for our clients that I couldn't do before. I'm so excited about that. And I just wanted to tell you, I've been thinking of you. Sorry, it's been a while. I hope you're well. Let me know if you ever need anything. Hope to see you soon. And she's been getting phone calls from people saying, thanks for that handwritten note. It's been a while, so don't get like so in the weeds, like, oh my gosh, I have to set up my CRM. How could you set up your CRM while you are lead generating? Because that's your best case scenario, because you should be lead generating every day anyway.
Right. Yeah. And just a simple phone call. Like, how are you doing that forward method? How are you doing?
Yes.
What do you want? What's your family doing? How's your job going? Like,
Yep.
did you have been on vacation? Or where do you plan on going on vacation this summer? Like, I'm trying to
Where
get
you
some
going?
ideas. Yeah, I talked to the agent earlier. I'm like, just call up people and talk to them. Because I asked her, she said, I'm not good at social media. I said, well, tell me what you are good at. She said,
Yeah.
oh, talking and being social. I said, okay, well, how about you do this? You call a list of 10 people and you get social. You just ask them something simple, and the next time that they are at work and someone says, I want to buy a house, they're going to think of you and be like, oh my goodness, you should use my agent, or you should use Cari, because she's an agent. I talk to her all the time.
Yep.
So it's a matter, if you're good at talking and socializing, then do that. And that's your lead generating. That's your activity. People are just so surprised as what lead generation, lead maintenance,
Really is.
prospecting is. Like, I just really think that agents just don't know what it is. And
Just
that's why they're
patience.
scared of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you do that first call, to your point, and you just touch base with people again and you connect with them and you send them a note, well, now you're not going to feel bad putting them in your CRM and sending them a monthly because you've reconnected with them, and they're not going to be annoyed that you're sending them a monthly newsletter because you reconnected with them. Don't be afraid if you haven't talked to people for 5 years, they're still not going to be mad at you. That's your own mind telling you they are, they won't be. Everybody's busy. 5 years goes fast for everyone, not just you. And people are just glad that you reconnect, and then you can kind of get back on the train. I have found I've held myself more accountable to following up with people by telling people I'm going to, because you don't want to look like a flake by saying, hey, now that we've reconnected, you know what? I'm going to be sending you a monthly newsletter so you can kind of keep my information handy if you ever need it, but also some good information in there. If there's anything that you'd like to know about or hear about, let me know. I'm always looking for good stuff to share. You know, I've got lots of contacts. I know a lot of things going on in the city, whatever the case may be. And so engage your people and then tell them you're going to actually keep in touch with them. And then you have to do it. Because if you tell people you are and you don't do it, now it's going to be harder for you, right? So hold yourself a little accountable by telling them, because now you also don't feel bad that you're bugging them because you tell them you're going to do it. And they're like, cool, sounds great. We'll wait for it, you know? So you get a different response from people when you set the stage for what you're planning to do, and then you don't worry about doing it as much. So, I mean, the best CRM is the CRM you're going to use. That's the reality. So I hope that you guys will just engage a little bit in using this. I have a partner down in Wichita Falls, Texas. Samantha has the same business partner. She, for 1.5 years, did not want to use kvCORE. She bought other CRMs. She literally avoided it like the plague. She didn't think it was user-friendly. She was super frustrated with it. And then one day she's like, why am I paying for something else? I'm not even using that. I don't want to spend money. It was driven a little bit by money to start out. And then she just went in and she went to some videos and she did one thing at a time, little by little. She did it once a week, and she loves kvCORE now. She literally loves it, and she uses it, and it was just this total 360-degree turnaround. And I always use that as a story of, I think it's just, you have to commit to doing it, but do it in little chunks and just do one thing at a time. Because if you don't do that, it's going to be too overwhelming and you're never going to fully use it. It's just going to be frustrating.
Yep.
So,
Yep. And I'm glad we were able to take it week to week and just show a different feature or different use, because that makes sense. It gives people a chance to test it out for a week. And if you don't like it,
yep.
go back to something you like,
Yep.
or try something else. But definitely just take a look at it is what I just say. Just take a look at it. Take a second look at it. You know, when I first started using kvCORE was in 2020 when I first came to EXP. And in those middle year, 2021, I got a little slow. 2022, I got a little slow. 2023, it went out the window. And then right at 2024, I'm back.
Yes. Yeah. Because
and I'm learning something new every time I open
and
it.
you're using it now. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of like your commitment to wanting to use it is the biggest deal. And some people just aren't in the commitment mode to learn it yet. So once you get there, you'll learn. So go back and watch these videos. My suggestion is if you can get a second screen, or you can watch it through your phone sitting next to your computer and pause it and then do what Nakia is showing you, and then pause it and then watch. I mean, I don't know, but that's how I have to learn things, because I only learn if I do. I don't learn if I just watch. So these are there recorded for you so you can just take step at a time. And look, it might take you 3 sessions to go through one of Nakia's. That's okay. You know, do 20 minutes a day and just do one little thing, because it's like all of us will be able to learn it if we just start using it. You got to use it to learn it. If you don't, it's conceptually, it's in your mind. You're just, you know, it's not going to make sense till you actually start doing it hands-on. So anybody else have anything to add that they have used in kvCORE that has been helpful too? Anything else to share or questions?
Well, I've got another question
Yes, Steve.
that maybe, like, I wasn't here on the first few sessions, but minute ago you were talking about these squeeze pages.
Yeah.
What is an appropriate time to use squeeze page versus a landing page, vice versa?
So I heard from my friend, and I'll let Nakia answer too. She said that the squeeze pages seem to be easier because people can get information faster. They don't have to click through multiple things. When she did a landing page and then a squeeze page in a landing page, she felt like it was more clunky from a consumer facing. So my understanding is if you want a landing page, like let's say you want lakefront properties in Sandpoint, Idaho, that should be a landing page that you can then point your own domain. You can have as many domains pointed to all your landing pages you want. So now that helps you in your Google searching. And it's like basically more of a page where people can go get information. You could still have them submit information for more details or off-market properties or however you want to have a call to action. The squeeze pages seem, Nakia, correct me if I'm wrong, better for like a property too. Just like one property, if you want information on this, click here. And it's easier and more friendly. And then you can go paste that squeeze page link on all the socials and Marketplace and Craigslist and all those things. Right, Nakia?
Yeah, I always say that squeeze pages squeeze information out of you. It gives us information about you by us offering you some information. Landing pages just give you just a little bit of information. You land there for some information, you get a little bit of information, give us your email address, and then we give you more. So like I land here, but I'm going somewhere else. Squeeze pages, I've gotten what I need, and I can click more buttons to get more or to establish a relationship. So like our squeeze page is kind of like a single property website where the person can ask for a tour. They can push the button to ask you a question. They can download our app. They can just get everything that they need right there in a squeeze page also. But it's designed to squeeze information out of them as well. Instead of land here, get information.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to do a little fiddling around with that, but thank you.
I have a YouTube video a ways down with Elder Reyes, who is kind of a Google expert, and he said kvCORE is crazy good for Google if you want to go and create tons of landing pages, and they're not hard once you start doing them. Lakefront properties, condos, specific neighborhoods, you know, you have to get like niches, like specific types of properties, condos, townhouses, single family in this neighborhood, condos in this development, lakefront, secondary lake, all these different things. And if you create all of these landing pages that are specific to that type of property, then you can point a domain, go buy a cheap domain, condos in Sandpoint, Idaho, whatever.com. Or he said it doesn't even matter if it's .com, .net, whatever. He's like, it doesn't matter. It's still going to help you for your Google searching, and try to be as specific as possible what people might search. So you all of a sudden have 10 different landing pages, 10 different Google searches, domains that help your Google ranking. And he's like, it's just, they give you unlimited. You could have 100 landing pages in kvCORE if you wanted to.
Yeah.
He's really, really good too, Steve. So if you wanted a free consultation, just because I know that you're really, you know, kind of techy and detailed in that way. I mean, he has done tons of training for me. He's in my YouTube, but he will do free calls with people, and he's helped a few of my clients rank higher in Google, and he has showed them how to use their kvCORE to do it too. So.
Very cool. I will check that out.
Yeah. Anybody wants that? Let me know. Just message me. Awesome. All right, you guys. Nakia, it's been a pleasure. If anybody wants Nakia's information, you can find her in work chat. Nakia Evans, you can reach out to me. I'll connect you with her. She's willing to help further one-on-one if people get stuck on some things. Go back and watch the series of 5 videos, work little things at a time. We are so appreciative you spent this last 5 weeks with us, Nakia. You've been great. So thank you for doing it.
No, thank you so much. And thank your team and everybody for the warm welcome. I felt welcome every single week, and I appreciate you all. And I look forward to seeing your landing pages, squeeze pages, your text capture, your smart numbers. I look forward to seeing all of that on social media or on a Google search.
That's right. That's right. Thanks, you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.